I want to speak to you about a simple rule that can literally save your marriage. And in fact, it can help you to avoid fights, de-escalate tension and conflict, and get you back in a harmonious way of relating to your spouse or your partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. Let's just listen to Monica Hoyt as she explained this simple rule.
The simplest rule I ever learned that changed my whole marriage: do not speak for your spouse. Don't tell them how they're feeling. Don't guess their motivations, their reasoning, their desires, their wants, their requests. As soon as you do that, you're crossing a line. And it doesn't matter if you're right. So instead ask, this is what it seems like to me. Am I right or am I off base? They may tell you that you're off base, and if they do, then you can ask them, so what do you think it is that I'm picking up on? Invite them to tell you what they think it is. They may have something to own, or they may not. Either way, stay in your lane.
Wow, that is actually very powerful. But I want to add a deeper level to that. First of all, assuming and telling someone what they think can be a major trigger for them. I remember this lady saying to this man as they were having this heated discussion, so you think that you're better than me. Now, that actually exploded into a massive fight because his defenses went up. He began to defend himself. That's not what he thinks. And she is, sticking to her guns. And that is sometimes what happens to many of us. In the heat of the moment, we're listening, we begin to assume, we come to conclusions in our own minds, and these conclusions run away with us. But what do you do? What do you do to avoid this? Like she said, don't do that. Here are 3 things. The first one is to listen with curiosity. The good book says that we must be quick to listen and to speak. Listen to understand the other person. Listen beyond the words they're saying. Listen to the feelings that and the emotions that they're displaying. Listen to the need they have behind the feelings and the emotions and the words that you're hearing. Seek to understand. Now, you may think that you're doing this, and it's very easy to assume that, but you know what they say about assumptions, or the word assume. Assuming makes an ASS out of you and me, which is the way the word is spelled. ASSUME. So what do we do instead? We listen to understand. So that's the first thing. The second thing that we are going to do is check to see whether or not our understanding is right. So first you listen for understanding. Secondly, you check to see if your understanding is correct. So you may say to the person, hold on, let me see if I understand you. So you are saying, and you say what you understand the person to be saying. And then thirdly, you ask the clarifying question. Am I right? Is that so? Did I miss something? And let the person tell you whether or not the thing, the understanding, the conclusion, the idea that you have in your head was what they wanted to portray. Now, what does that do? First, when you interject for clarity, that checks the escalation of the fight. It stops the person ramping up and the energies going further, and then it allows a time, a space for de-escalation to happen, for the person to calm down, for the heat, the energy that is bubbling up into a bomb that would explode to simmer, cool, and come back down to normal level. That's the first thing it does, which is very important. And sometimes we don't actually see this happening and we don't understand that it's happening, but that happens. Secondly, it tells the person that you're listening and that you're trying to understand them. Now, you can miss this very, very easily, but I want to slow down now and explain it. Many of us think that when we are in arguments and tension and we're debating and we're trying to persuade each other, that we want the other person to agree with us. But beyond agreement, if they agree, that's fine and that's wonderful. But beyond agreement, most of us want to be understood. And when we recognize that the other person understands us, half, 3/4, maybe 90% of the confusion is diffused, because we don't necessarily want them to agree with us. We just want them to understand us. to understand our feelings, to understand why we're feeling the way we feel. And with understanding, most conflict, most fights, most arguments can be diffused. So he tells the person that you're trying to understand. And if what you're saying aligns with what they're trying to project, boy, you're on your way to a harmonious relationship. It helps the person to see you as a team, as part of the team and not the enemy. Because once you begin firing words, bullets, bombs at each other, they are perceiving you as the enemy. But when you seek to understand, they now see you as someone who is interested in them, who wants their best interests, who wants to understand them. So take this simple rule, and if you're in a situation that you would like some support with, if you're locking horns with your partner and you see no way out, if you're constantly fighting, going back, and you need some help to get over that hump, to get beyond the constant contention and get back into a loving relationship again, feel free to contact me. Details are someplace in the bio or in the description, and let's see if I can help.